How to breed molly fish. Mollies are an ideal choice of live-bearing fish, i.e., they don't lay eggs, to place in a community aquarium or fish tank. For the most part, mollies are very easy to breed. A single female can produce over 100 baby mollies, also called fry, in one live birth. They also come in a variety of colors, and work well with a wide community of other fish. Prepare your tank and yourself beforehand, and breeding mollies should be a breeze. Part 1: Creating a beneficial breeding environment for mollies. 1. Allow the fish to mate with one another. Mollies are hierarchical fish. Whichever male has the biggest fins and boldest colors leads the way. This means the ideal combination of male and female fish is one male for multiple females. You may see the male under the female. This is how the fish copulate. If their mating is successful, their babies should be born in about 3 to 5 weeks. 2. Remove the female from the aquarium before birthing begins. Place the female in a separate nurser tank if possible. The male fish often chases around the female, wishing to copulate more, and this could cause stress on the pregnancy. You'll be able to tell the molly is pregnant by a very distended belly. If the nurser tank is not possible, consider using an aquarium net breeder, which is essentially a mesh cube with plastic edges, to protect the mother and baby fish. Removing the mother from the main aquarium is also to protect the fry. Molly fish often cannibalize their babies. Don't wait too close to the birth date. Stressed mollies may have more aborted births and stillborn. 3. Reintroduce the female into the main aquarium. The female may eat her own young, so it's best to move her back with the other fish for the safety of the fry roughly once per month. However, the mother may need to be segregated since female molly fish can retain multiple fertilized eggs for nearly half a year. Part 2: Caring for the fry. 1. Feed the fry. Use ground fish food of the same type that you feed to your adult mollies. Flake food should be used as a primary base. Supplement the normal meals with a broad variety of denser meals. Various worms are great for molly fish. Grindel worms, black worms, and bloodworms work well. Brine shrimp, live or frozen, are a preferred source of food. Molly fish even eat algae, which is their primary food in the wild. 2. Wait for the fish to mature. It will take around nearly 2 months to be able to tell males and females apart. Once they've doubled in size, it's probably safe to introduce them into the main tank with the rest of the fish. Another good way to tell if they're safe to interact with the other fish is if they are too big to fit into the other fish's mouths. 3. Separate the males and the females. Once you know the gender of the mollies, you'll need to ensure more breeding doesn't take place. They will, in fact, breed between brothers and sisters. Try to separate the male and female fish before they are 8 weeks old, which is when they reach sexual maturity. Part 3: Ensuring you have the right setup to breed mollies. 1. Purchase an aquarium tank. You'll need a tank that holds around 15 g, 30 g water, 56 L, 113 L. In general, molly fish do better with larger fish tanks and more room to swim around. Smaller tanks may create a variety of problems. Less swimming room to get away from aggressive fish, which creates stress. Harder to clean, which can lead to sickness. 2. Place any decorations in the aquarium. Choose such decorations as rocks, air filters, and decorative gravel. In general, molly fish should have enough room to swim around quite freely, but also enough decorations to hide from bully fish. The less aggressive fish will moor around in the tank to hide from bully fish. If there aren't enough hiding spots, the fish could become stressed. 3. Anchor freshwater plants below the substrate. The substrate should provide the base to your tank, but also serve potential nutrients to any plants inside the aquarium. In general, the substrate should be comprised of 2 levels. The top level should be 2 inches of something sturdy, like sand, pebbles, or gravel. The bottom level should be 1-2 inches of nutrient-rich material. 4. Fill the tank with water near the top. Up to 2 inches, 4 centimeters, under the brim of the tank is ideal. The water should be warm, 78-82 degree F, 25-27 degree C, so the molly fish are comfortable, like they would be in tropical waters. Do not overfill the tank or put in cold water. An aquarium heater will probably be necessary. Replace water on a fairly regimented schedule. Daily minimal water changes, or up to 30% per week, are recommended. 5. Avoid aquarium salt. Some molly fish are brackish, which means they have a varying requirement for freshwater and saltwater. There is a fairly large debate, however, about whether or not they need marine salt in the aquarium. Some experts contend most molly fish never see salty or brackish waters, and it's not necessary for the water. Some sources indicate that approximately 1 tablespoon per 5 gallons of water is good. The addition of salt may act as a healing attribute, a way to overcome slightly dirty water. If you buy an exotic breed of molly, you may want to consult with an expert to be sure you can go completely without salt. 6. Install the filter according to the instructions. Ultimately, the water should have a fairly neutral pH level between 7 and 8. Some experts recommend increasing the pH by just a bit, to 8.4 after the tank is filled. Adjustments to the filter and water may be necessary. 7. Allow the tank to cycle before adding the fish. It is best to allow the tank to cycle, because the water is lacking beneficial bacteria, which leaves fish susceptible to illness and disease. Carefully monitor your aquarium if you can't wait before adding your fish. 8. Choose how many mollies you want. Generally, a good fit for the fish is a couple mollies per 10-gallon tank. They need ample room to swim around and, if you end up with multiple fry, room to hide from the more aggressive fish. If you want more than just a couple, you should use the recommended larger tank. 9. Purchase your mollies. Go to your local pet store and pick male and female fish. While there are several varieties of molly fish, they are extremely easy to breed because all colors are the same species, and all males and females breed with one another. Some recommend getting the subspecies of mollies for quicker breeding. You can ask the employees at the store for help, or you can do it yourself. Male molly have a gonopodium, a long stick-like fin used to fertilize the female on his lower half. Female molly have a softer, fan-shaped anal fin, which is also on the lower half of the body. 10. Transfer your fish to the tank. Set the bag of fish in the tank for 10-15 minutes to allow the water to become the same temperature. Release the fish into the aquarium tank by using a net to get the fish from the bag. Do not introduce the water from the bag into the tank. Feed the other fish before adding in the new mollies. You don't want them to think the mollies are food. Tips. Most females are already pregnant when you buy them. The hardest part is keeping the fry away from the hungry parents. Warnings. Ensure that the fish won't overheat or the water freeze when you are taking the mollies home. Don't let them sit for too long in the plastic bag before releasing them into the aquarium. Do not get two males for a small tank or they will fight.